Alright, so this week's episode is going to be a little bit different than what you guys are used to. Craig's busy outside doing stuff, and I am going to be doing the grout on the hearth. We've already went ahead and grouted along the edges. I don't know if you guys can even see it right there. And down at the bottom is all done. So I'm going to be doing these here tile lines is what I'm going to be working on. But you can see where we're at right now. So what I've got here is this pre-done grout. We're doing haystack. I think it'll match the brown and the tiles, and then the backsplash stuff here too. It should look pretty decent. Got us a foam grout float, they call it. And I watched a video on YouTube, so I should be a professional now. We'll see how it works. And just make sure we push down pretty hard so it gets in the... Yeah, see, how do I get it back in there, I wonder? Grainy more than I thought it would be, but let's see here. And we'll get some of these done, and then I'll go back through and wipe them off. Problem I have is getting it real close to the back here. It doesn't seem to want to get back in there. Yeah, there it goes. I guess it's a matter of fighting with it. And I said you want to put plenty of pressure on it so it gets down in there. Craig's out playing with his, not playing with it, fixing on his four-wheeler and getting some outside stuff done. So I'm going to do this today, or at least attempt to. So far it seems to be doing okay. It's definitely drier than I thought it would be. It kind of wants to ball up on me here. I don't know. I wasn't quite expecting that. Thought it would be more liquidy. Alright. Better get back over here, otherwise I'm gonna grout myself out and I won't be able to reach back here. How to get it up there without making a mess of the rock, I don't know. I'll play with it for a little bit and see if I can figure it out. Yeah. Put it down with my finger. That worked. Yeah, definitely drier than I expected. You can see all these little clumps I keep getting. Luckily, there's not a whole lot we've got to do, so it shouldn't take just a few minutes to get this done. Back to shoving it in there with my finger. See if that'll work. swept this before I started, but I'm still getting a little bit of dog hair. Oh, sorry, I made a big old mess. Oh well. Crud. Not sure how I did that, but there's none of those rogue dog hairs I was talking about. Okay, well, I think that's it. So, I'm hoping. So there it is, grouted. All right, I'm gonna run down to the spring and grab my water so that we can clean up the grout sponge. And of course, the dogs are gonna be there to help. Alright guys, come on. It's much easier since Craig put these stairs in. Oh, it's so muddy down here. Should have worn my tall boots. bought a spring box when we were down in the States last winter, trying to figure out how in the world we can get it down far enough to get a holding tank over here somewhere, so we can get a pump and then we'll be able to pump it up to the house. But for now, this works. We weren't sure if this was gonna run all winter. I thought maybe it might freeze up, but we came back in February and it all wet down here. So it is definitely gonna be good for a year-round spring. That's good. Fresh and cold. We weren't sure if this was gonna run all winter. I thought maybe it might freeze up, but we came back in February and it all wet down here. So it is definitely gonna be good for a year-round spring. This water gets heavy towards the top of the hill. I took the boat. Oh God. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, gross. Oh my God, that was so gross. Move, Kaiser. Stuck on something. For this grout, the back of the thing said to do it immediately, so that's what we're gonna do. And you don't want to get your sponge real wet, just damp. I'm trying to figure out how I can get back here without oh, wait a minute. You're not supposed to push real hard either. The dog's out there barking. I don't know if you guys can hear them or not. well. Maybe back over here along the edges. I do have cut a little bit back there. Okay, well, I think that's it. They said to let it dry. You'll get a little bit of a haze, and then that will just, there's a little piece right there. They said the haze will just wipe off with a dry cloth, so. Okay. The next step, we have to let this dry for 2 hours, and then we're gonna use this here spray-on grout sealer to keep everything out. Since the stove is going to be sitting here, it's probably going to get ashes and different stuff, and we don't want the grout to discolor. So supposedly this should keep it clean and make it easier to wipe up what does get on it. All right, we'll see you back in 2 hours. All right, so it's been 2 hours, and like I told you, we're going to do this here spray-on grout sealer. What happened to my Crocs? 6 inches away? That's probably about that, right? So I'm just going it down. I got it all over the stones. Okay, now it says to wipe it off with a towel off the stones. Shiny right there. Oh no. I feel like this stuff is drying awful quick. Wasn't quite prepared for it. Yeah, if you get in the grout, it definitely moves it. Okay, I think that's it. And this here has to dry, I don't know, how long does this have to dry? 24 hours. Okay. All right, so there's how the hearth looks right now with the grout and the sealer on it. We've got the trim around the top and the sides. We're not going to do the bottom trim until we put the floor down. We'll do that afterwards. But just so you guys can see, I don't know if we ever showed you the trim on the doors and such. We don't have a whole lot of decorations up, but we put a few. That. And Craig's door's all trimmed out. And kitchen windows trimmed. It's chainsaw carving that the guy does up in Sterling. Here's a little bit of his shop. You can see some of the things.
This guy does all this chainsaw art. It's just amazing. We bought quite a few pieces from him over the years. We've got a bear. We'll show a picture of our bear. We bought a bench that he made and several little things. I'll try to find the pictures of the stuff we've got. I can post them up here. These here are amazing. Just the detail.
Fan that everybody thought he went on. It was just the blades cut out. But when I saw this, I had to have it. And then he's doing wind spinners for me too, but I want a wind spinner that has these horns on.
Yeah.
And he said he might have to put a brake on it if the wind really gets going. Oh yeah, I mean that's a
Yeah, you get to going way too fast.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put plain wings on there and then cover a little bullwinkle for that thing there. Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fish seat.
Yeah. Definitely amazing with that chainsaw. He takes on apprentices too. He's got a father and son from where? South Dakota that's here learning how to carve.
Remnants of all his meals.
Yep. Apprentices over there. Well, there's a little one. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Address song though. All right, I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share. It really helps out our channel and doesn't cost you a thing. See you next week.